Our bodies are made of systems. We are an infrastructure made of smaller infrastructures.
Our lives depend upon the correct functioning of a series of systems. The respiratory system.
The gastric system.
And perhaps the greatest telecommunications network of our organism, the circulatory system.
Did you know that our bodies contain around 60,000 miles of blood vessels? That's more than twice the distance around the world.
Those vessels work like highways. They supply us with necessary resources, and we must guarantee that they are always working correctly without any congestion.
Amazing, isn't it?
But let's cut to the chase.
America. Oh, America. The land of dreams and opportunity.
The United States is a diverse melting pot, a vast territory containing a bustling cultural and social sphere.
But have you ever wondered, what keeps such a big nation moving? What allowed the growth and expansion of the United States, from the first settlements in the old colonies to what it is today? And how did its industrial and technological development unfold?
I am Nikolai Tonello.
I am Bethany Ashcroft. And this is Sounds Like Infrastructure.
Highways. Yes, that's the magical word.
In 2020, the highway network in the United States compounded to around 4.17 million statute miles. Highways are the backbone of transportation in the United States. Millions of Americans use them daily. Think about it.
Perhaps you are even driving right now while listening to this podcast. Roads have become a crucial part of everyday existence all over the world.
Can you imagine our life without them? It is the late 1900s, and we are in the Texas prairie.
In the place where the city of Dallas-Fort Worth is located nowadays. A huge city. An interconnected mesh of roads and highways.
But back in the day, this landscape was primarily rural. To move around the state, Texans had nothing more than dirt paths, some that could barely support carriages.
However, with the rise of industrialization, the place transformed. First, it was railroads. The train grew to become the preferred mode of transportation.
Until 1916, when the Federal Aid Road Act was passed. This provided funding for the construction of highways and roads. The aim of this was to foster the creation of a network of roads that crisscrossed the country.
This is the event that brings us to today. Today's highways span the entire country, connecting cities and serving as crucial parts of the transportation system and identity of the places.
In Dallas-Fort Worth, highways have played a significant role in the city's configuration.
They have helped to unite two urban centers which, in the beginning, emerged completely independent from each other.
The area is an urban system that goes beyond the common idea of city, called a metroplex.
Dallas and Fort Worth have been a long-term growing metroplex area. These two cities they have been essentially the pillars of the growth across Texas. If we look back in history, essentially, the metroplex was a region that has been developed from ranching and farming to what is today.
Based in Dallas-Fort Worth, Jose Espinosa is the CEO of the Texpress Lanes for Sintra, a Ferrovial company.
In 2020, the metroplex had a population of around 7.7 million, making that the fourth largest metropolitan area in the United States of America. The latest data that we just received for 2023 is giving us a population of 8.1 million. Essentially, the population in the metroplex by 2045 will be around 11.4.
What our projects have brought to the region is reliable transportation and alternative options for the drivers.
Alberto Gonzalez is the CEO of Sintra US, a Ferrovial company.
The managed lane projects are intended to relieve congestion in populated urban environments on existing corridors, providing capacity that is managed through dynamic pricing to ensure a certain level of service at all times.
The region's strong economy is luring new residents, but when a place expands so rapidly, this inevitably involves a certain degree of growing pains.
In terms of mobility, this translates into plethora of traffic issues.
This is a particular area that, as of today, there are more than 8 million people living in a total of 13 counties in the area.
The Texpress Lanes include the LBJ Express, North Tarrant Express, and NTE 35W, pieces of the Express Lanes network that connects Dallas and Fort Worth.
The Express Lanes, our business, they have contributed to and played a crucial role in the accommodation of significant population growth in the metroplex. Without our business, Express Lanes, the level of congestion would have undoubtedly increased a lot. The Express Lanes they have allowed for a smoother traffic flow and have been a key factor in effectively managing the congestion of a growing population area.
But this is no easy task. It involves a variety of needs and, of course, difficulties.
The three corridors we are able to manage thousands and thousands of trips on a daily basis. We provide non-toll lanes where essentially people will be using those as a free ride.
And technology is a crucial aspect of improving mobility.
The Express Lanes network provides choices. Always is a choice. There is no obligation to use the Express Lanes. Thousands of drivers that they have a daily commute around the metroplex. So the people that are planning to cross the metroplex from point A to point B, for example, they have different choices for the commute. And essentially with the Express Lanes, we will make sure that they get a minimum driving experience of 50 miles per hour. If they want to arrive faster, to avoid the congestion, and to take more reliable and a safer route, they just need to pay an extra price to use the Express Lanes, and we will make sure that our value proposition is always there. Essentially, the Express Lanes, they are always available at any time, making the trip of the commuters more reliable, safe, and fast experience.
The complexity of managing a communication system as vast as the Texpress Lanes is huge. Therefore, having access to reliable sources of innovation and efficient technology has become crucial.
P3s bring additional funds, they accelerate delivery of projects that otherwise would take years to complete, and they also bring innovation and creativity to the transportation challenges in urban areas.
Our projects are state-of-the-art projects, as they use innovative roadway design, engineering, and traffic management solutions. Our innovative systems on the road, they provide accurate data that enable us to adjust the price every 5 minutes, always based on the demand, to make sure that we guarantee the minimum level of service of 50 miles per hour.
More than 300 cameras in the Texan highway network help the managers of the infrastructure make informed decisions and make adjustments at a mind-bending speed.
The technology also allows us to get information about the speed, the volumes, the density, information that has to be received every millisecond.
But technology can also help to reduce emissions and increase efficiency.
There's also a very important component in the operations with the benefits from congestion relief, additional mobility, improving conditions for businesses, making the region more attractive for new companies. But there are also benefits in terms of reduced number of accidents, improved safety, etc.
Sustainability is a priority for Ferrovial. María Chávez is the Sustainability Manager for Ferrovial's highway subsidiary Sintra, a Ferrovial company.
So, for us, what sustainability means is having a balance between three fundamental pillars: working to protect the environment, managing our project the best way we can to improve the quality of life of the surrounding communities, and finally, investing, developing, and operating highway projects that drive economic growth in that specific region.
And by 2025, 100% of its portfolio's operations are expected to be powered by renewable energy. Therefore, the Texpress highways.
It was the first to move in that direction since it implemented 100% renewable energy in 2019. With the recent expansion of the road, solar panels have been installed to support their needs. reducing their dependence on the electrical grid and making operation more resilient.
Couple of additional initiatives that we have closed over the last few years. The most recent one was last year, where essentially we changed into LEDs all of the high mass poles of the 3 corridors.
However, the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex area is a busy one, perhaps one of the busiest in the country.
More than 1 million vehicles cruise through its highway daily, meaning the service must run smoothly.
Everything has to be ready every day. Every second counts. All of our efforts are always to display and to be ready to work towards our ultimate goal, to make everyone's travel experience as smooth, relaxed, safe, and reliable as possible. More than 300 cameras must always be ready to work independently of where are the weather conditions or any other electrical problems.
It is a high-stakes activity that involves a lot of responsibility.
Our teams has to be always ready, no matter what, to make sure we will be able to communicate to the users any alerts, whether a weather event is coming or there is any accident or element on the road. We have to make sure the users see our messages and we can communicate to them so they can accommodate the speed, change the routes or traffic patterns upon any anomaly in the corridor. Once again, we are always looking after safety of the users.
But how do people benefit from the construction of highways? What else can they be good for besides getting from point A to point B?
Well, the truth is that the unseen importance of highways is immense.
In terms of benefit to communities, I can break them down into 2 main sources: economic impact and socioeconomic or community benefits that come from that economic impact itself. This highway was designed and built with little cost for taxpayers, almost zero, thanks to the private investment, and that is a great economic benefit for the entire state, since it allows the administration to invest that money in other things or transportation projects critical to them.
Our projects are allowing people to make their trips on time and ensure reliability in otherwise corridors where unpredictable travel times and large congestion was becoming a problem.
The North Tarrant Express is one of Dallas's biggest highways.
So our corridors, essentially they provide mobility services to different cities in the metroplex area, from Dallas to Fort Worth. Every city in the North Texas region has been getting the benefit, in a positive way, of how our corridors have been helping to have a better mobility and less congestion.
Ferrovial has been working to extend its social outreach beyond its infrastructure. Finding ways of giving back to the community takes effort.
But we recognize its importance, as our operations depend on and contribute to a flourishing environment.
Our projects, our companies, they are part of the community. We support kids, education through the public school system, teacher grants for extra classroom expenses, and also we are providing scholarships for deserving students. We have also participated and we are participating in business development initiatives with the different cities of our corridors and chambers of commerce. And we are always partnering with non-profits organizations across this region.
There are other examples and other metropolitan areas that are looking to replicate the successful model that companies like Ferrovial established in Texas a long time ago.
Recently, states like Georgia or Tennessee have announced similar programs to help alleviate congestion in their main urban areas and foster economic growth.
Highways connect people. They are the arteries that sustain our dreams and nurture our daily lives.
When Ferrovial partnered with TxDOT on the project, the goal from the start was to get the community involved.
The express lanes were developed for the residents and to benefit the community. So when naming the lanes, the company looked to the public.
Nearly 5,000 entries from citizens all across the region were submitted.
Some of them they were interesting or funny, and some of them they were just not suitable, for publish. Texpress, it was finally the chosen as the winner name, and we gave the name to the region. So it can be used for any managed lanes corridor that will be developed in the future.
Ferrovial has also contributed with over $1.7 million to STEM programs because we understand that ensuring a robust pipeline of highly skilled personnel with backgrounds in math and science is essential to the success of our project and our industry. Our funding is directed towards elementary, middle and high school STEM programs.
So in the end, everything is much simpler than it seemed. We live in a world of roads that connect cities where the people dwell. And it is those people who, in the end, name the highways that they use every day. And today, highways and communities seem to be more linked than ever.
Thanks to Jose Espinosa and María Chávez for sharing their expertise.
Hungry for more? Want to hear more exciting stories? Discover and enjoy many more stories by listening to other Sounds Like Infrastructure episodes or checking out our blog. I'm Nikolai Tonello.
I am Bethany Ashcroft, and this is Sounds Like Infrastructure.